how's everybody doing today? I think we're gonna plant some potatoes, and this is our potato planting area. I'll give a little rundown of what I did to prepare this. Last fall I had 60 broilers that I started over here, and so this is where they sat for a couple of days, and they dropped a lot of manure and fertility. Once they were done, I came in with a cover crop mix. It had some grain sorghum, some turnips, buckwheat, a little bit of corn, and cowpeas, like black-eyed peas and stuff. So that was my mixture there. Around Thanksgiving, we acquired 3 heifers. We're gonna finish them on grass, and what those have to do with the potatoes is, once the cover crop was ready to be terminated, I let the cows graze on the cover crop. So they ate down the greens from the turnips and whatever other greens were there. Buckwheat grows really fast, and the cows really don't graze it that hard, so it just kept going to seed and coming back, so I just kind of let it do that. But once I let the cows finish their grazing, I even fed a little hay on top of there, and then I covered it with hay. So you want to make sure your hay is not been sprayed with Grazon, which contains 2,4-D. It's a selective herbicide that kills broadleaf plants. So if you have traces of Grazon in your hay, your potatoes will not grow. It will kill them. Now to the fun part. We have our wood ash, we have our potatoes. See the eyes? These are called seed potatoes. You know, all potatoes do that. That's how they, well, they do go to seed, but this is another way of like taking cuttings and stuff. I think we all, if we've ever done potatoes before, we kind of know what's going on here with that. But that's where that's the growth points, basically. That's where the plant starts. And there's several of them on here. So you see I have my knife and my little cutting board. I've got my wood ash. I'm going to cut these potatoes into pieces. Each piece will have an eye on it. Some of them might have 2 if they're really close together. But basically that starch from the potato is what that young plant grows off of. So it's like a shot of fertilizer for that potato. So that's our seed potato right there. We also have to do some prep in the bed. So what we do is take the hay and pull it back to where you can see the ground. If you can kind of see down there, there's some moisture down there. That's from the rain, the recent rains we've had and everything. But you want to make a clean spot against the ground, kind of a row, but you don't want to dig in. You just want to make it kind of clean the top off. So that's our prep for the potato bed with the hay. I've started cutting the potatoes, and I put them in this wood ash, and what that does is it helps keep the you know, different bugs and stuff, because like us, a lot of things like potatoes. It's kind of like chicken, you know, it's hard to raise chickens because everything wants to eat them. Potatoes are pretty much the same thing. There's a lot of bugs that like to eat them. So I use that wood ash, and it also provides a little bit of fertility as well. I have my first row prepped, so you can see. And I forgot to mention, I did have another seed in the mix of my cover crop. It was crimson clover. I don't think I had the cowpeas, like I said. So that crimson clover is a legume, and it puts nitrogen into the soil. So that's one of the reasons I had it in my mix. So we will get to planting. Okay, our wind has picked up now, so it's that front came through, but I did a little bit of tillage. I'm going to do a little trial and do a little comparison. I'm going to fertilize it with some compost tea But everything else is in. You can kind of see the rows. We started covering them back up. I'm going to put another layer of hay on the thin spots. James is getting some ready. He's going to plant some in his little garden by his fort. But I hope y'all can hear me fine. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of windy out here. But hopefully we'll have some results from this. I should start seeing green shoots in about probably 2 or 3 weeks. So this is it, and I think I've got about 75 pounds in the ground over here. So try to figure out what to do with the rest. All right, hope y'all enjoyed it.